I think sometimes that's us. It seems like every year,
the hurry up
every
stuff,
election,
right?
we're like, come on, where are those early? But it does feel like it's taking a little time. As we said, though, we don't see some of these numbers until just after 8 o'clock where we are now. And as you see, El Paso has popped on its early vote. Now, of course, this is Beto O'Rourke's hometown, so we fully expected for him to run away in the early vote there. We have not seen any numbers yet from Harris County, which is the biggie here in Texas. The polls there also open until 8 o'clock tonight, so they just closed. We should be getting that early vote here soon. We have finally started to see these numbers populating from Bell County. They also kept polls open there until 8 o'clock tonight on a judge's order because some of them opened late today. And you see Governor Abbott performing very well in Bell County in the early vote there. That was expected to, Republicans typically do very well. This is just south of Waco. Before you came over here, I was looking at some of the flipper counties, I like to call them for lack of a better term. Jefferson County is a very flippy county in presidential elections and in state elections.
Jefferson County's Beaumont in far southeast Texas.
Right. It's right before you slip over into Louisiana if you're heading out there to gamble. And both Abbott and O'Rourke won that county in 2018 in their respective races. They weren't facing each other. The governor, of course, in the governor's race, O'Rourke in the Senate race. You can see in the early voting here, though, Governor Abbott doing very well in Jefferson County tonight. It's just one of those things we like to look at to see if we can sort of discern any trends as we head through the night. Tarrant County was another one that both of them were able to grab and look at how close that is there. So we're separated by 3 points there. And then finally, Williamson County, just north of Austin. Just as soon as you get past Round Rock or into Round Rock, that's where you're talking about there. And O'Rourke holding on to a slight lead there in the early voting. But as I mentioned earlier, and I think I actually misspoke when I said the number here, now we're at 3.2 million votes that have been counted. Before I said that 4.5 million or so people had voted in early voting. It's actually almost 5.5 million. So, quite a ways to go before we even hit that watermark of the early vote being in entirely. And that doesn't even get into what has happened today on Election Day.
Show us the Lieutenant Governor's race one more time. That was close a few moments ago.
It is very close.
And it looks like the numbers haven't updated yet.
Yeah, well, we're not seeing, again, and this is one of the oddities, too. We're scraping for all of these numbers. You see 3.2 million votes there in the governor's race. We're looking at 2.5 million that we've been able to pull in here on the computer here for the lieutenant governor's race. But again, very tight there at that point, 2 points, but we're still looking at early vote there. I think Republicans banking on that, traditional election day turnout with a lot of their supporters. And then we go to the attorney general's race, which a lot of people have expected to be the tightest one of all. There it is. It is. But again, we're just at that 2.5 million mark, which is, less than halfway through the early vote here. But you can see Rochelle Garza making that very competitive in the early going there. And again, she's got to feel good. All of these have to feel good about the fact that that's without Harris County.
All the Democrats have to feel good about that.
Yeah, should be more specific there because Harris County is a Democratic stronghold. Although Republicans will pick up quite a few votes there as well because there's just so many votes in that county.
All right.